I met a couple this morning who have done nearly everything I tell people not to do. They moved in together 3 weeks after they met. They never agreed about finances, and they don't trust each other. What they do have is a date in divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jasmine Obleton and David Martinez. The two of you have been together for 3 years. You do not, however, want to be together anymore. Ms. Obleton, I read your paperwork, and I want you, and this struck me, so I have to repeat it. You said Mr. Martinez was in the process of ending a relationship with another woman and needed a place to live. So he moved in with me and my roommate 3 weeks after we met. How much sense does that make?
Not much, but in the beginning it was more of a friend thing. It wasn't really like a relationship.
But be that as it may, you only knew him for 3 weeks. You couldn't have known much about him. He could have killed you in his sleep. I mean, I don't know. Serial killers, What did you know about him?
I just knew that he was a outgoing person. He was real sweet. He seemed like he was cool to me. We both came from California. We share the same interests, like cooking and music and things like of that nature. He's a real, like, emotional, loving person, real sweet and soft, but I don't know, it was like a dummy move because I didn't really get to know him as a person.
Right, you don't know. I mean, there are a lot of charming psychopaths out there that can be very nice and very kind, and you just don't. And I'm not calling you a psychopath. I'm just saying you wouldn't want a daughter of yours moving some guy into her house after knowing him 3 weeks, right? Because you would have safety concerns.
Right.
And I was just trying to bring that to your attention. That's all. But why don't you tell me how the relationship developed and why we're here now today?
So I met David back in 2013. We were friends for a while, and like you said, I let him move in right away. I knew he wasn't working, but I decided to take on the role of being the bill payer so that he can get situated and get on his feet. And to me, I think that David got a little too comfortable with me being the bill payer, so he just fell back completely and decided not to look for work or anything. So there became a point where I decided to sit him down and have a conversation with him like, well, I know I said that I would pay all the bills, but now it's time for you to step up to the plate and help me so that we can be situated and comfortable and me not just paying the bills and being broke.
And his response to that was what?
That he was going to start looking for a job.
Okay. Mr. Martinez, is that how it went?
When we met, she knew I didn't have a job.
Right.
I used to have a job. I was driving trucks, but I got into an accident. I lost my license, and it just cost too much to get it back. So I've been trying. I was looking for jobs and filling out resumes and applications, but we met, and we just hit off good. We're like best friends. We did everything together. You seen her, you seen me, you see me, you see her. And she said, hey, I got this. Kick back, throw your feet up, and I'll take care of the bills.
Why would you say, hey, dude, come on in my house, kick back, I will support you?
Well, because I've never had a support system. So for me, my way of giving back is to help people that are in need of some type of help, whether it's financial or a meal or whatever it may be. And to me, he was my friend. So I felt like I was going to help a friend the way I wanted a friend to help me. But then I started feeling like he just took advantage of the situation.
Well, when did you guys go from being friends to being lovers?
I would say probably like a month after he moved in.
A month after he moved in. You don't think he...
I say 2 weeks.
You say 2 weeks.
Hey, you're right.
2 weeks a month is all bad. Okay? 2 weeks a month is all bad. But do you feel like you were paying for his affections?
Yeah, now I do, because, yeah, David says that he looked for work and all that, but, well, that just started about 5 or 6 months ago that David started looking for a job, and it all became, if he didn't get a job, that I was going to leave him. So he started actually putting in applications, and it kind of felt like I was babysitting him. When I got off work, I had to go take him to put in applications to make sure that he was actually looking for a job.
Your Honor, I felt like I was contributing. The whole time, I've been putting in resumes, applications, looking for work, out there every day, driving, digging. No door would open, so I get discouraged and then just stay home. And I did laundry, folded, put it away. She came home, she didn't have to do nothing.
We did it as a team effort.
Yeah,
it wasn't like while I was at work, he was doing laundry. It was when I got off work, we both
You've been married twice before, correct?
Correct.
And you say you're sad to be in divorce court with her because you say she's different. How is she different than your other marriages?
She's different because we could be best friends. Like, I always want to be with her. She understands me. She's there for me. I could be who I am. She accepts me for who I am and just how it is. And I accept her for who she is. And we're a good team together. And the team is supposed to support whether you're down or you're up, you work or you're not.
But she's been doing that. She's been supporting you a great deal.
I've been putting in resumes, applications. But I get discouraged and then I stop looking. I stopped looking, then I start looking, and the same thing will happen.
But what about your kids? Don't you have 7 children?
Yeah, I got kids.
Do you support them at all?
Yeah, I do.
How do you support them?
I support them emotionally and financially when I'm working. It's been a while since I've financially supported because I ain't working. But I do want to contribute. I am looking, but you know, I do have some issues.
Okay,
Like,
let's talk about your issues.
I called my ride and told my ride to come get me, and I kept telling David I didn't want him to go. So before I left, he let me know that if I left, he was going to make the assumption I was with another man, and he was going to destroy everything in my apartment.
Did you destroy everything because she had the nerve to leave the house without you? What are your issues with Jasmine?
Jasmine is controlling. And what I mean by that is, like, I wasn't working. She told me to kick back, that she had everything. I didn't have no income coming in, so she would buy me shoes, clothes, hats, whatever I needed. She took care of me. And when we get to an argument, she get mad, take everything back, and say she bought it, it's hers. Well, I thought it was a gift. Like, for example, we went to a friend's house. And prior to that, she gave me some money, $40. Here, babe, here's some money for your pockets. Thank you, appreciate it. We go to her friend's house, and she asked for it back because she wanted to buy some marijuana. I had the $40 back. I said, oh, I already spent it. You already spent it, you're lying. I said, no, I ain't lying. I didn't really spend it. I was saving it for myself. I want to spend it on me. Buy me a bottle of drink, have a good time.
With my money.
So she got mad, and I got mad, and I said, well, I'm leaving it. So I went to leave, and she said, well, take off the shoes that I bought you. I took the shoes out, you bought them, you right here, take the shoes. I left. Went walking down the street barefoot. So I called her back, because it was cold out there, and I didn't have no shoes on. I called her back out, you know, I apologized to her.
Let me in, baby, because it's cold out here.
Hey, come get me, man, come get me.
That story is very true. I did take the shoes, but in the beginning, I didn't used to do that. Whatever I bought for him was his. I mean, I can't wear it. I can't do nothing. I can't take it back. He already wore it. But there was a situation about a year ago where I wanted to go hang out with a friend of mine.
Right.
And David was already on my nerves all day, so I told him, well, I'm going to go hang out with my girlfriend and you just stay here. He insisted that he went with me, and I called my ride and told my ride to come get me, and I kept telling David I didn't want him to go. So before I left, he let me know that if I left, he was going to make the assumption I was with another man, and he was going to destroy everything in my apartment, our apartment. And so I didn't believe him, so I said, oh, whatever. I still got in the ride, and I left. When I got to my girlfriend's house, something didn't sit right with me, so I told her, you know what, I'm going to just go back home because David's making threats to destroy my property. Well, I walked back home, and I opened the door, and everything, including the stuff that I bought David, is cut up, burned, from the couches to the clothes to the shoes. Everything's bleached. Like, he destroyed everything.
Did you destroy everything because she had the nerve to leave the house without you?
Yeah, I did. But
had she ever given you any reason to believe that she's cheating on you?
Yeah, she did.
Tell me about the suspicions you had.
Well, I thought she was cheating on me because we was at a motel one night, and she said, "David, you feel like going to the store, walking to the store and give me something to drink?" And I said, "Sure, I'll be back." I went and got her something to drink. So I came back to the room and knocked on the door, and it didn't answer. I didn't take the key, so I knocked on the door, and there wasn't no answer. So I was like, man, okay, maybe she's in the shower or something. I don't know. Knocked on the door, no answer. I'm just standing outside with a big cup for her, right? So it's dark, it's cold. I'm like, man, where's she at? Maybe she went to the store herself. But here comes this car pulling up in the parking lot and parks like a door down from where I was at. And then all of a sudden, she come bolting out the room, strikes to the car, jumps in with old boy. It was a dude driving it. Jumps in with old boy and took off and left. I'm like, where you going? She didn't say nothing. She just got in the car and left. Stayed gone all night long. She came back the next day. When she got back, I'm like, Jasmine, who was that? What was you doing?
I'm 27 years old, and I have male friends from high school, from elementary school, junior high school that I'm still friends with to this day.
But did you mislead him, though?
Yeah, I did, because if I would have had my friend come pull up with David there, 9 times out of 10 he would have gotten into a fight with my friend, or he would have followed us wherever we was going. I wanted time away from him to enjoy with my friends, because if I bring males around, then he assumes I'm sleeping with him.
Let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself a jealous person?
Lightweight.
I had to go take care of some business a couple weeks ago in town, so I was taking off work to go take care of the business. Well, he don't trust me so much that he just didn't go to work, didn't call, didn't show up or nothing, so that he can go with me to ensure himself that I wasn't doing anything.
Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Don't forget to join the conversation on social media. Go to facebook.com/divorcecourt and follow us on Twitter and Instagram @divorcecourt. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram @Divorce Court. You want to save this relationship, don't you, Mr. Martinez?
I do. I love her, and it's been a bumpy road, but she's still stuck in there with me. And I believe we got some trust issues that we need to work out. And
do you believe that you have some jealousy issues?
I do, Your Honor. But look, she's way younger than me. She's very beautiful, nice body. Dude's always trying to hit on her, and she always holding a conversation. I'm telling her, hey, why you don't tell him I'm right here, your husband right here, or something like that?
How come you don't tell him?
Well, I do. I end up fighting with people a lot about that.
How much violence? I mean, does he fight and kick? And I'm hearing doors come in and barnstorming places. Does he get physical when he's angry?
Not with me.
Not with you, but
with other males, yeah. Or it'll be
and he tore up an
verbal.
apartment.
Even we were in a convenience store standing in line, and I was standing like right here, and the guy was in front of me right here, and he kept telling me to back up a little bit. And to me, I'm like, well, we in line, you know, so what's the point? So the guy kept looking back, and he'll turn around, and he'll look back. I look over my shoulder, too, when people standing behind me, you know, it's just habit.
Right.
So David tells him, you know, what the hell are you looking at? You know, stop looking at my girl. He could be looking to see if he want to grab some chips before he check out. He don't know what he's looking at. So it's just another example. So David, how I was saying, he's irresponsible because he don't work. So just like 3 months ago, David finally got a job. And he got this job, and it was right next to my job. So anyway, I had to go take care of some business a couple weeks ago in town. So I was taking off work to go take care of the business. Well, he don't trust me so much that he just didn't go to work, didn't call, didn't show up or nothing, so that he can go with me to ensure himself that I wasn't doing anything. So he got fired from his job.
Mr. Martinez, you need some psychological counseling.
That's how it happened, Your Honor.
No. She's told me too many stories of too much. I mean, when you tear up an apartment because she goes out without you, there's something wrong there. There is a problem there that lives here. That got nothing to do with her. There's a problem up here. Do you hear me?
Yes.
You may not believe, but there is. You're so fearful that that's what's in charge of what you do. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
You need to go see somebody and get that sucker fixed.
Well,
On divorce court,
Her mother is with us.
does she help
No.
with the kids?
They could tie her up and just do what they want with her.
They wouldn't tie up grandma, would they?
Yes, they would.
But you have 10 children.
10.
10.
10.
10.
I don't think I ever want to get married again.
You got 10 kids, you got plenty to do. Visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. So what are you going to do when you leave here? He doesn't have anywhere to go, does he?
No. He could probably go stay with a family member that lives local to us. But
You aren't done with him. I see the way you're looking at him. You're not finished. He burned up your apartment and your couch, and he bleached your clothes, and he's knocking in doors, and he's following you all over the place, and you're not done.
I mean, I'm really ready for it to be. If David can't get into some counseling and get a job, then I'm done with it. I don't want nothing else to do with it.
Your Honor, that's why I'm here, because I love her. I want some counseling and to try to make it work out. She has been there for me more than anybody ever has, supported me, good or bad. And I think that's real love and true friendship when somebody love you. I know I made some mistakes, and, you know, I am sorry for that. I just want a chance to prove, you know, that my
Do you
love,
believe that you are jealous and controlling?
lightweight.
No, not lightweight. Not lightweight. You are jealous and controlling. And that's the kind of thing that gets worse over time, not better.
I trust her, you know.
No, you can't trust her because you're jealous and controlling. It has nothing to do with her behavior. It's what's going on in your head. And if you're jealous and controlling, no matter what she does, you're going to find a reason not to trust her because you've got a hiccup. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
You got to go see somebody about that. I mean, what if one of your kids, got mad about somebody leaving and burnt up a couch? Wouldn't you just be horrified by that?
yeah, I would.
So you're doing something that you would be horrified if your children did. And you think you have some logical basis for it. I mean, if you really don't trust her, if you really think that she's, out there running around, leave.
It's hard. It's hard to
You're a grown-up. Let's all behave. I come in here every day, and everybody wants to believe in a fairy tale, and you're my soulmate. It's hard, he was the one. I loved him so. It was instantaneous. Wouldn't need to move. This is not a movie, people. This is life, and life is a series of decisions that you make. It's not a series of stuff that happens to you and you just see what happens after it happens. You have to make decisions about what you're going to do and who you're going to be and who you're going to be with, and they got to be logical. They got to make some sense. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
No, you don't. Goodbye. What distresses me about people like Jasmine and David is They don't seem to believe they have any control over what they do. Something happens, they respond, and because they feel a certain way, they don't think they have a choice. And they do. You can always choose to think. Call us at 877-311-2222.